St. Isaac's Cathedral is the largest Russian Orthodox place of worship in St. Petersburg, along with being one of the tallest domed structures anywhere on Earth. The sheer scale of this 19th-century project astounds us, impressing us, and captivating our view. At the time of its completion, St. Isaac's Cathedral became famed as the most costly cathedral anywhere in Europe. Even at 19th prices, it cost the Russian treasury more than 23 million rubles. This enormous cost arose not only from its vast proportions, but similarly from its rich decorations. The bill came as an unpleasant shock to Emperor Nicholas I, and demanded economies be found, even on the church's ceremonial vessels. The cathedral's consecration was likened to a state holiday. The event lasted over 7 hours, in the presence of Russian Emperor Alexander II. All around the perimeter of the building were spectator seats, whose price went from 100 rubles each, a tidy sum, for those times. In Soviet times, the cathedral was repurposed as a museum of atheism. The main visitor attraction was a Foucault pendulum, suspended from the ceiling of the dome, and oscillating through the central nave. The 102-meter-tall building can accommodate up to 12,000 worshippers. Despite this, its architect, Auguste Montferrand, recommended a maximum of 7,000. Of course, in Montferrand's time it was customary for ladies to wear huge structured dresses to church. We took up at least 1 square meter of space per lady. The history of the cathedral dates back to 1710, a time at which the church here was a wooden chapel dedicated to Saint Isaac of Dalmatia. It was the very church where Tsar Peter the Great wed Catherine Alexeyevna. Very soon, the wooden building was rebuilt in stone, yet this was not the colossal church we see today. The appearance of the new stone church was sharply criticized. Emperor Alexander I appealed to architectural experts for help, who announced an architectural competition to build a more fitting cathedral. A young French architect, Auguste Montferrand, was announced as the winner. Building his cathedral would go on to take 40 years. Over 40 different kinds of stone were used in the construction, a fact which gave rise to an unofficial nickname as Museum of Colored Stone. Nearly 100 kilograms of gold were used to gild its dome. Artists whose work adorns the dome include Karl Bryalov, while other internal decoration was provided by Vasily Shabayev, Ivan Vitali, and Fyodor Bruni. The dome of St. Isaac's Cathedral dominates the skyline of St. Petersburg, and its gilded cupola can be seen glistening from all over the city. You can climb up the 300 or so steps to the observation walkway at the base of the cathedral's dome and enjoy the breathtaking views over the city. The church itself is an architectural marvel. Built by the French-born architect Auguste Montferrand to be the main church of the Russian Empire, the cathedral was under construction for 40 years, and was decorated in the most elaborate way possible. When you enter the cathedral you pass through one of the porticos. Note that the columns are made of single pieces of red granite and weighed 80 tons each. Inside the church many of the icons were created using mosaic techniques and the iconostasis. The icon wall that separates the altar from the rest of the church, is decorated with 8 malachite and 2 lapis lazuli columns. The cathedral, which can accommodate 14,000 worshippers, now serves as a museum, and services are held only on significant ecclesiastical holidays.